Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Bragi, son of Magnar, and I'm a Viking Scot. I'm a poet and also a warrior, and occasionally I can also smith. Now, we have heard many stories and we've heard many tales, but we very rarely talk about authenticity. And today I like to talk about a subject which is kind of close to my heart, and this is about a term called farbery. To farb or not to farb. Now, if you're unfamiliar with this term, well, this term really comes from a much later era of history of reenacting. This comes from the American Civil War. And basically, to farb basically means far be it from the war, as an item that does not belong. And there are many memes out there of people wearing this plastic kit and comical, photographs of them. But why is authenticity important? Now, I don't think you've ever heard of this term, have you, Eggle?
No, it sounds a bit fabulous for me.
Oh yes, I mean, I'm definitely not a farb. I mean, I like to portray things authenticity as I can, but you can go above board. I mean, you get different levels of reenactors and different levels of standards. You know, you have the standard where, you might have the guy who might have the mobile phone in his pocket and his keys. That's fair enough, that's great. If you haven't got nowhere to keep them, you've got to keep them somewhere. But you also get to the top level of the authenticity people of stitch counters, and they can sometimes be a bit overboard. Oh, this should be 26 stitches to the inch.
Can I just bring in there?
Yeah.
It depends on their own competence of knowledge.
Well, of course so, yes.
When I was in a certain Viking reenactment society, which I won't name.
Oh yes, nameless.
I was told you can't have black material.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a trained archaeologist and I was living in York, and we uncovered some Viking material, black herringbone to be precise.
Lovely.
And in the same breath they said, well, you can't have riveted belts. What goes on to the belt?
Yeah,
well, I said, that's great, because I actually dug one up the week before. How do you know all this? Well, I've only got a degree in archaeology. Well, what do I know compared to your Ladybird book of authenticity? And
yeah,
brings me to another point. You talk about authenticity, great. How far do you go? I mean,
how far do you go?
If you want to be a true Viking, you've got to have fleas in your hair.
Yeah.
You've got to suffer from all manner of diseases, worms. You've also got to be a psychotic killer.
Yeah.
Which I think basically is going a bit far.
I think the majority of us aren't psychotic killers, luckily. Roger that.
Having said that, and accept you've got to take pride in what you do, but at the same time, don't kill it. So many times I've seen people who have got really authentic kits, but they don't enjoy it. They don't enjoy the reenactment. And surely that's the main reason.
Well, the main reason why it should be reenacting is to have fun.
Yeah.
If you're not having fun reenacting, then you've got to ask yourself, why not?
Well,
I mean,
when I remember I used to be in a society, and I used to call it the bed knobs and broomsticks because they were making belt buckles out of bean cans, and this guy had lamb armour.
oh yeah.
It was actually made out of
Plate armour.
Yeah, it was made out of Heineken beer cans.
What?
Because he'd sprayed it and you could see Heineken all the way through it.
Oh, at least it's like European.
But he was having fun, and that's where it all came from.
Yeah.
From the chipboard shields, they made mail from old coat
Oh
hangers.
yeah. But back in the early days, in the 60s and 70s of reenacting, the equipment they used was so basic and would be shocking today, really.
Well, also, I mean, let's face it, we're learning new things all the time.
You never stop learning in this game, and the day you do.
One of the things I found out when I was at university, we were talking about the Franks and the Saxons, and winged spear came up, and the only answer we had at the time was it was to stop the spear going through the person too far. Well, through reenactment, I've learned it's not that, it's to hook the shield away
of course
and
so.
to stab. But unless you've done it, it doesn't...
I mean, there's always that story about the wing spear being used for boar hunting to stop the boar from riding up spear, which you can see. A boar is a ferocious creature.
But the wings are a lot bigger.
Yeah, I'd imagine a lot bigger wings than that. Of course, we will talk about spears in another episode and video, and we will definitely show you some spears from your plain standard spear to your wing spear. But we have a few examples.
Well, one thing I would say, if you're interested in reenactment, do it. And you learn as you go along. When we think of when we started,
Oh yeah,
some
20 years ago for me.
Oh, your rivets are wrong, it's the wrong colour. That's how you learn. But what I would say to authenticity officers out there, be nice. People have spent money on this kit, sometimes quite a lot. They're really proud of it, and the last thing they want is some officious job's worth being ruined. And I've had this to me, and I'm sure you have.
Oh, definitely so, yes. I mean,
so be nice.
Certain big starties.
Because that's how you lose members. And if you do reenactment, enjoy it.
I mean, there's nothing worse. You spend all week for reenactment, you're hand sewing up a tunic, and these things take a lot of time to hand sew. We don't machine sew these. Some people do. If you're not going to see the sewing, that's fair enough. I personally would hand sew all my kit, and if you spend a whole week, you know, into the early hours, the night before, sewing your bit of kit ready, and you'd be told at the next day, oh no, this is not authentic, this is far too late or far too early, it does get a little bit annoying. So, you know, very annoying. And luckily, the word Farb doesn't come into this era of history. Not that I'm against it. I'm always up for authenticity, but you got to be kind. You can't expect somebody to join up and within a few weeks or months to have all the kit. You know, it takes time to build it up.
Tact and diplomacy.
Yeah. So we just wanted to have a quick chat about that. You know, to Farb or not to Farb. You know, that's Farb.
Costume to Farb.
Certainly, if you go on some Facebook groups, type in Farbiness, you'll find some very funny photographs of you know, Confederates and Union guys having the mickey taken out of them because they are not authentic. And a lot of these guys, from whatever era you're doing, there are a lot of experts. You know, people you can ask.
What I would say is, you've hit on it there. Before you buy anything, check with people who are authenticity officers, or go to the ultimate, the British Museum. If you can get a picture of what it is you want, go to them and they will tell you what period it comes from. That way it saves you money and a lot of embarrassment.
And there's no excuse these days with the internet and the amount of websites that talk about what the Vikings wore, what the Saxons wore, and the kit you can buy. You know, or you can have made or make yourself. And
another suggestion: if you do the internet, get it print out of it to prove that what you're saying is true. Because we have one or two doubting Thomases, shall we say?
Oh, there's always going to be a doubting Thomas. Never thought I'd say that in a video.
Well, there's no reflection on anybody called
Thomas. No. Hello, Thomas, if you're watching this by a random chance. Oh, well, for now, I think that will do on this subject. And I hope you like this video and what we're talking about. We'd just like to sit in front of the camera and just talk to you because, you know, you're part of the channel, equally as much we are. We're all a part of this great Northworthy army we're building up, and one day we'll see you in Valhalla. Yeah. Proud to see you in the shield wall. And so for me and Eggle, it's goodbye, and we'll catch you in the next episode or video. And don't forget to share this with your friends. Sharing our content to us is very important. And leave us a comment. Ras hail, good hope.
I hail.